Hello, everybody. Ninja Guy X just shared this clip with me. It's from our good friend Evan over at Dead Drop Studios, and it's from a stream that he did September the 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern to help promote and kick off the Shades of Horror Kickstarter. Now, for those that listen regularly or watch regularly on my channel here, you'll know that Ninja Guy X and I routinely interview developers who have brought their games or are bringing their games to Stadia. We've spoke to dozens of developers, and they've all had nothing but good things to say about the support, the documentation, the tools. But this one here, Evan was asked in the stream, basically, what is it like developing for Stadia, and his response is amazing. Now, I want to forewarn you, there is some language in this, so be prepared. But just listening to this sent chills down my spine because I echo many of the same sentiments that Evan has made here in the stream, and I just wanted to share this with everyone. Let's go on and listen to this. This is awesome.
Net Jam Jr. asks, how easy is it to publishing to Stadia? Okay. Everyone asks me that question, and I'm going to give everybody the same answer. I'm not answering that question because I'm not answering in the way that you want me to answer it. You want me to tell you how long did it take us? How awesome are the tools? You want me to tell you? The question implies that we're going to talk about like something that's under NDA or something from the experience of getting Outbreak Shades of Horror playable teaser to Stadia. What I want to say is that I am a multi-platform developer. I have published games on Microsoft, Xbox, PlayStation 4 and 5, the Nintendo Switch, the Steam for Windows and Linux, and I've published on the Google Stadia. And what I will say to you is that the Google Stadia platform is modern. It is modern. Modern is by far the term that I would use for that platform. That thing is modern as fuck. It is well engineered. It is well thought out. At no point when I was porting Outbreak Shades of Horror, the playable teaser, to Stadia, was I sitting there going, man, I'm upset with something that is out of my control on this platform. I thought the dev tools were mature. I thought the support was very good that I received, and that support both from Unity and from employees working at Google Stadia.
Now, this is an important part, and this is why I stopped it here, because these are key things and points that Stadia has been working on for the last year and a half. Maturing the development tools, making it easier to develop and publish your games on Stadia, and the support and documentation.
And other folks across Google, in all their domains, not just even engineering, but in all of their domains. The folks that I worked with at Google Stadia were some of the most professional, most knowledgeable, most supportive people I have ever worked with in my indie gaming career.
So you really think, people out there, that Google doesn't care that they've demoted Stadia because one disgruntled employee says that they've demoted it to 20%? It's all a bunch of bull crap.
And they were focused on getting the job done and getting the job done right. And I give them immense credit because the Stadia port stuff came out of really nowhere back in April. We didn't have a lot of time to work on this. And to their immense credit, they dropped everything for me, they answered. There was a point where I was asking just the stupidest questions, and they were not stupid questions because it was something about the platform that was poorly designed or that it was something that they had done wrong. I was asking questions because I was moving at such a breakneck speed. I didn't have time I did not have time to do things properly, in the sense that I didn't have time to read the documentation properly. that I was scatterbrained, working crazy long hours, and they understood what I was going through. I didn't have to
Now, just think about this. The first time that Evan was even made aware of what Stadia was April the 12th. And then it was some weeks and months until he was, getting in contact with Stadia. So for him to bring the Shades of Horror teaser, which had been in the pipeline long before he knew about Stadia, in less than 4 months is pretty amazing. And there's not going to be any company or developer that doesn't give a crap about their product that's willing to bend over backwards, as Evan's describing here.
explain myself to them. They got it. We had literally one meeting where we talked about why am I doing out the Outbreak Shades of Horror playable teaser, and after that meeting, I felt like everybody in the room got it, and they were just
Mhm.
like, "Holy shit, this is a good idea." They wanted to do it, and we found a unique way to leverage unique Stadia technology for it. We leveraged the click to play demo. We have a click to play demo on the Kickstarter page for Stadia right now. You click the link on the Stadia page and you're playing the game in 15 seconds.
That's no downloading, no installing, 15 seconds, and you're playing the game. Now, you can't tell me that's not freaking amazing.
And that was something that they had to engineer because I was the first demo ever to support click to play because we were such a unique use case. Um, I have nothing negative, and I truly mean that. I'm not just saying that because we're new to the platform and we're trying to build a good relationship. I legitimately mean when I say I have nothing negative to say about the Google Stadia platform, and that's what I was saying earlier too. Is that I have nothing but positives to say about the technology stack. It's well built, it's effective, it's performant, it's scalable, it's easy to work with. Um,
This wasn't done overnight, as some people might think. This was years and years of technology all coming into Forte and into one package here.
and it's important to recognize that not everything is like that in the world of engineering. And I am somebody who's been doing engineering for relatively a pretty long time. I've been in the field, not in game dev. I came from a different field as a software engineer, but I have seen things that are very poorly built, and I have seen things that are very well built. And I would rate Google Stadia as one of the most well built things I have, to the point that I understand the technology behind it, but I don't understand how they pulled it off that well. And that's not saying that I don't have faith in the people there. I look at some of the things that platform can do, and I fundamentally, it's almost like magic in a way because it works. It almost works too well, and I almost wonder if Stadia working too well almost leads into this I experience this negativity on the internet where people are like just down on this thing for no fucking reason, but it works awesome, it plays great, and they're
Now, how many times have we heard people mention, oh, yeah, but streaming sucks, Stadia sucks, the lag, and this and that? Time and time again, it's proven. Sure, there are certain scenarios where there might be some input lag depending on your internet connection and the hardware and your signal and whatnot. But Stadia works.
responsive to community feedback, and I don't understand it. I almost wonder if it's one of those things where like I one of the most offensive things I had said to me in my engineering career is that, and this is kind of a humble brag, but it was something that was very offensive to me, was I was told once that they thought that my work wasn't hard because I made it look easy.
Hmm.
And when I look at Stadia, I almost wonder if the negativity comes from the fact that they made something like that look so easy that for some reason people think it wasn't hard. And it was fucking hard. I wasn't there when they built it, but I saw the results of it. I worked in their tech stack, and you don't fucking build something like Google Stadia if you're fucking around, honestly. So again, this
I
ties into
love
my
that. I
earlier
love
rant
that.
about negativity on the internet. But that Google Stadia being an awesome technical showpiece, that is not an accident. That's not something that just casually happens. It
By
is something that a
design.
lot of thought and planning and very smart engineering, very smart product management, very smart project management, very smart marketing, sales, and leadership across all those divisions, and at its core vision makes. So I honestly, I tried to be kind of nice about the shit I was seeing on the internet about Stadia earlier on because I was new to it. I didn't really understand it. And I saw something on Twitter, and I'm not gonna call out who said this, but there was something on Twitter today that I saw, and I just felt like I had to fucking reply and just shut that shit down.
Oh
Um,
my god.
because I'm honestly I'm sick of seeing people who are working their asses off to do something revolutionary. Um,
Yeah, I can totally agree with Evan on this statement. For the most part, you ignore all the stupidity that you hear and see, but sometimes it gets to a point where you just have to address it and shut it down because people just go on and on and on about these lies and mistruths, all because they have some agenda, or they're afraid, oh my gosh, it's going to change. I want to keep my physical media, I want this and that. Oh, I want to have consoles. you know Things like that will still be around. People always are resistant to change, and naturally, over the next several years, people will become more accustomed and accepting. We look at music now. People stream, who buy CDs, right? There might be collectors that buy CDs or even records, but for the majority of people, the way that they consume their music is by streaming, and the same thing with movies as well. Sure, there is still that audience that buys the physical Blu-rays and whatnot, but the majority of people stream their movies now. So, and it always wasn't like that. It just takes time for people to accept it.
get this negativity that something earlier this summer, right before August, was like Google Stadia is going to shut down by the end of summer, and it's like
Yeah, a Facebook post by Donnie Jepp, and people ran with this and took it as being the truth.
it's like how like honestly, how fucking stupid are you if you're
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. Exactly.
making that argument? Like I know some people don't have an engineering background and don't really understand what goes into making that kind of technology. But like, think about it for 5 fucking seconds. It's a fucking platform that can serve almost real time gameplay at like 4K at 60 frames per second. And they're expanding into more markets. And it's like, you think that shit's fucking dying? Like, do you understand what it takes to make a video game platform? Do you think that they launched Xbox in 2001 and it was this worldwide seller that was beating the shit out of the PlayStation? Or you think PlayStation started and they were beating the shit out of Nintendo? Like, it's been like literally, what did we just do? We just celebrated Stadia 1000. How many years is 1,000 days? Is
close,
that even 3 years?
close to
I
three
can't do
years.
math
Close to
due to
it.
tequila and rage brain, but like at some point take a step fucking back on this stuff and like actually think about what you're fucking saying.
There lies the problem with the trolls and the people that don't want to believe, because they've already made their mind up. Even if they haven't tried the product, they have made their mind up. There's no rationalizing with them, or trying to say, this is, hey, look, this and this. Nope, they've already made their mind up. They think it's junk, and that's it. You can't change their mind, and it's just silly and crap.
Cause like, holy shit, how goddamn fucking stupid are you?
Pretty stupid.
Honestly, and I'm sorry not to get mad. I just gave the be excellent to each other, but I don't know. Just like seriously, think about it critically for a moment instead of just
Hmm.
going, ha ha ha, that sucks. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. My sentiments exactly.
honestly. Anyway, that's my rant. Sorry. That got probably a little too visceral, but I certainly get angry when I see good engineering get downtrodden on, and then I'm seeing good everything there from all those different departments get downtrodden on, and it's just kind of like I saw how hard those people worked to
Hmm.
help me, and
Hmm.
I saw that every time that I brought them a new problem, their solution wasn't "we don't know" or "we can't do that." Their solution was literally figuring out how to do it on the spot and then
Yep.
doing it extremely well. So it's just kind of like you hit a point where you're like, "Come on, guys, like I don't chill out."
Well, Evan, oh my gosh, I think that was about a 10 minute brain rage, or a rant, but it was awesome. It was so full of many good points. A lot of people out there don't realize that there are people behind these products that put their blood, sweat, tears, their time away from their family in order to make a product, and they just talk crap about it, and call them lazy, or they don't listen. Of course, Google is listening. They're not stupid. Things have to go on behind the scene in order to make certain things happen. I mean, there are stuff that needs to go on to certain things, the boxes that need to be checked that we have no idea about. I mean, like, honestly, don't you think that Google would love to have all of those AAA titles, Elden Ring, Call of Duty, you know, all these great games on the platform, but for one reason or another, who's to say that they're not already working on it behind the scenes? They're getting their ducks in a row. Sure, maybe at launch, uh, and leading up to launch, and a little bit after, maybe the development to bring your games to Stadia, which we've heard too, right? Even from Google themselves, that they've heard feedback from developers saying that the certification process was too stringent, or the performance wasn't as good. Um, they've taken all this feedback and have made the environment so much better to develop for. We've heard right here from Evan. This is straight from a developer's mouth. This is just one of many who he said that, that support that he gets from Google, from Unity, is top notch. The development environment is great. So it's just, I don't know how much more people need to hear before they actually realize it. And again, like I talked about earlier, this is something, cloud gaming is still relatively new in its infancy. 1 to 3% of the market, we know that. And it's just going to take time for people to adopt it and just realize that, this is just another way that you can consume games. So, anyways, I just wanted to bring attention to Evan's comments here and his little mini rant. It was fantastic, and I agree 100% with everything that he said. From all the people that I've talked to over the years, this is exactly, they're echoing the same things. But this was so great to see on Evan's stream. And again, a big shout out to Ninja Guy X for sending me this clip here, and bringing it to my attention. It's just, again, sent chills down my spine, and I just had to share it and share my comments with you. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought, what Evan said. And if you enjoyed the stream, hit that like button. And we will see you all again real soon. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day.
Take it to the next level.